Hey, good afternoon or good night, depending on whatever part of the world you're in. This is Gorgo 2005, welcoming everybody to the channel today. Wow, what a happy new year that was. On, well, almost all fronts. We won't complain about it too badly. It wouldn't do me any good to really complain too much anyway. But anyway, fantastic time had with families. We didn't get much sleep last night. I managed to make it home in one piece. Both the wife and I managed to make it home, but we left about 1/10 of what we took with us got left at the location where we spent the night. So the daughter whose place we stayed at has offered to drop it by. The most notable item that got left behind was my camera, my DSLR, and my tripod. It's got all the pictures that I took on it. So I don't get to post any family pictures until I get my mitts on that silly little camera. That, and my wife also left her, she leaves her, or she took along her little Kindle Fire that we got her here a few months ago to replace an old failing unit that she used for just about everything. But this newer, better model, 1 inch bigger, she used to have a Kindle Fire 7, and we got her a Kindle Fire 8. The only problem is, okay, she uses it to play audiobooks that are done in such a boring voice that it puts her right to sleep. Hey, hey, Mr. W. Norris. Happy 2023 to you as well. Thank you, thank you. And of course, now with Mr. W. Norris here, you know we've got to do our fair share of this stuff. 5 moos for those 5 cows that came in and waving hello to all of us. So thanks to Mr. W. Norris for helping us see in the new year. But I will give you fair warning. I'm not in the best of shape as far as sleep. Happy cows, you bet your booties. Yep. I'm not really in the best of shape for making sure that I stay awake for the next 2 hours. So if I do ever in the course of the stream get myself any sort of an inkling that I don't think I'm gonna make it, then I'll stop whatever it is that I'm doing, do the 25,000 perfect point giveaway, because we are going to do that, barring anything else. We are going to do that. And once we do the 25,000 perfect point giveaway, then I'll go look for somebody to raid. And if there's nobody to raid out there, no pre-arrangements have been made for any such happenings. But if there's nobody out there, then we'll just go ahead and wish everybody a happy new year, and we'll move on from there. But I'm still kind of still not all the way together, despite the fact that I took about an hour nap as soon as we got home, and I got a little bit of lunch in me, and I don't know why I had to eat lunch, because we certainly had enough food at the location where we were at. I made some Cincinnati comfort food for the entire clan. Whipped up some geta this morning. One of my daughters, the one that lives up north with 3 kids, including the grandson that likes to open my packs. She brought along a family recipe from her husband's side of the family called sticky rolls. They're kind of like cinnamon rolls, except there's an overabundance of sticky, goopy, brown sugary and cinnamony type syrup that is made over the course and claims them or makes them into or the sticky roll, the eponymous thing that what they're named after. But anyway, yeah, it makes the sticky rolls truly sticky because of all of this goopy stuff that the rolls are done in. And it's carbolicious as all get out and totally non-ketosis for me. In fact, just the mere whiff of those things warming up threw me into a non-ketosis coma. even before we were getting breakfast together. Hey, Mr. Devil Dog, thank you so much for your follow on the channel. You should be number 824 on the channel, or 825. I've kind of lost count, but thank you for your follow. We greatly appreciate it. So the family that lives up north, they're already on their way home. They left briefly after we did, and everybody left happy and healthy, and we got to say all of our goodbyes and do all the hugs and everything. What was the sweetest thing? My little 3.5-year-old grandson came up to me and says, "Papa, a hug." So I had to pick the kid up, and this kid is solid, okay? He's solid muscle and bone. There is not a hollow point in this kid's body. He is dense as a rock and just about as stout. But I shouldn't say stout. No, he's a regular sized kid, mind you. But he is, he's got such a core to him, it defies imagination. But anyway, he says, "Papa, a hug." So I have to pick him up and give him a great big hug. And then he leans over into my ear and says, "I love you." I'm going, oh. I love that kid. Oh, in fact, I love all the grandkids. Everybody got a big hug as we parted company, and had a pretty good Christmas too, because remember, it was a family Christmas party and New Year's Eve. We made it up until I believe it was somewhere in the neighborhood of right around the time the ball was supposed to drop. There was something, if anybody was watching any of the bowl games yesterday, the CPS playoffs, okay, yep, Timbuktu, you betcha. Hi there, Blue Moon is Craft. Hi, good to see you. But what happened about the time the ball was supposed to drop? Ohio State was missing and badly hooking a potential game-winning field goal from the 50-yard line, or practically from 50 yards out. That thing was so far left. I mean, like, there was no way that it was anywhere close to where the kicker intended it to go. But the only time that Georgia led in that ball game was there at the very, very end. And it, a better football game you don't ever think you would ever want to see. That Georgia won it 42-41 in the final few seconds, getting a touchdown to put and an extra point to put them up by 1 point. Ohio State drove down in the final minute and tried to get it in closer to field goal range, but couldn't get it any closer than the Georgia 40-yard line. So when that is, they ended up doing the kick from the 40. I think the final yard line that they ended up on was like the 32 or the 33, and that put the kick attempt out to the 40. And because of the 10-yard deep goalposts, it turned out to be a 50-yard kick, and it was so far off. I mean, like there's no way in hell that it was anywhere close to what the kicker intended for it to be. But that's football, that's sports, that's the way it goes. So both of the Big Ten teams got knocked out of the CPS playoffs, and it's going to be TCU now against Georgia for the national championship, and I think that'll be a fun one to watch. It would have been perhaps a little bit more fun because one of the family from up north, my daughter is an Ohio State graduate, so she was pretty disappointed, but then she kind of took it in stride. That it's just a game. She basically takes it the way that I take it. It's just a game. It'll be nice if we win, but it's not going to be earth-shattering if we lose, because our entire identity is not tied up in a game or in a team. Okay, and our sense of self is not like that. But that's what we did. Instead of watching the ball drop, we watched we watched the Ohio State collective balls drop as, as they ended up losing that game by one stinking lousy point. Okay, we are ready for our first ad break, so let me go ahead and get into the game before we take that ad break. Let's get in there because we are sitting on top of the team that I want to be sitting on top of, and I think that's the third drop. I started getting drops with Paul Sporer on his channel, and if you haven't been keeping up lately, Paul Sporer is going to be the content creator for Out of the Park Baseball 24 when it becomes a thing. So really, really exciting development there that he will be in charge of the content as far as missions, card creation, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see how that transpires. So, but I was on his channel. He was on first today. In fact, he may still be running right now. I don't know. But while I was on his channel, I was able to put on the last of my subscriptions that I was giving to other affiliates over the course of December. And I wasn't able to get him one because he didn't have a stream on that I was able to catch. But I caught him today and gave him a sub, and that pretty much finished my Christmas gifting for the subscriptions on other affiliates. And I think it came out to like 12 of the affiliates that I was able to gift a sub to. Either directly or by paying for a gift sub. But anyway, fun times. And there again, if I feel in the least like I'm not going to make it, like okay, I'm not going to fall asleep. I'm not going to fall asleep on Sleem again. See what kind of shape I'm in? I'm not in good shape at all. I am not in good shape at all because I had too much fun last night and this morning and had to get home, had to take a nap, and I still am kind of out of it. In fact, and more than just kind of, I am out of it. So forget anything else being of value today. We are going to be taking a look at the three teams. We are going to look at some playoff pushes. We're going to look at some postseason post-mortems. And we're going to have a 25,000 perfect point giveaway, hopefully with some historical happenings in the meantime. But for right now, let's take ad break number 1, shall we? And we will get right back after this break and this word from our sponsors. Stay tuned. Okay, gang, we have returned from the ad break. So, anyway, I'm on my main team in Diamond, my Flames, and I was almost certainly convinced at the beginning of this season that started this past Monday, which was the day after Christmas, December 26th, I was certain that I would be facing relegation today. And I'm happy to report that I am anything but that. Let's go in and take a look and see what my team did to stay in Diamond. Okay, here we go. We're jumping in. And I've picked up those 25 packs since yesterday, and that didn't include the 10 drops that we managed to open up over the course of yesterday's stream. So I've gotten, since yesterday, I've got somewhere like, what is it? 37 packs if you count the 10 drops from yesterday, because I accidentally opened a couple of packs doing OOTP Go on my phone while we were busy partying and showing everybody all this stuff on my phone. You know, my grandson wanted to open packs, and I said, "Now I got to save these for Wednesday." But what I did in the meantime, though, to help make up for the fact I couldn't let him open my OOTP packs. Wait a minute, what happened here? What happened here? Something's not right. Oh no, don't tell me OOTP just crapped the bed. Hang on. I gotta bring the game up again. Let's bring it up and see if we can get ourselves back into the swing of the game. Because I can't show you the game unless I got the game up. Okay, that looks like it coming up here. So let's see what we have. Okay, it looks like it's coming back. You can see it now. Okay. Come on now, game. Anytime now. And this is despite the fact that I did a complete reinstall of PT23, and I also did a complete Windows reset by doing a command on the command prompt in administrator mode. I don't know if you've ever heard of doing a system file check, which is an SFC /scan now. And the scan now is all one word. If you do that, then Windows will repair any corrupt files that it finds in the installation. So I did both of those recently. Oops, hang on a second. Let me try this again. Make sure that I have it typed in right. There we are. Okay. Ooh, okay, my number 40 tournament is still running. I think I'm in a final. But let me get another Ace of Bronze spammed up here. There we go. Right there. Now we'll jump in. Oh wait, there was one other thing I forgot to fix. I need to change my 1 minute, make that 30 seconds on my auto refresh. So I prefer the 30-second one as opposed to the 1 minute one. So let's jump in and see what's cooking with my flames. And their supposedly hot finish that they had to stay in Diamond for something like, this will be the 30th season of the last 32 seasons in OOTP23 that I will have been in the second highest tier of competition in the game and still running. 2 seasons when I got sent back to gold, and I'm not ashamed of either one of them because we came right back to diamond and we have stayed there longer term. So let's see what happened with these boys with yesterday's action. We even ended the season with a win. We were as bad as 15 or 16 games under 500, and we only ended up, see there, 6 games under 500. So we had a very, very good Saturday's worth of action to stay there. And if we look at the overall standings and look in the promotion relegation category, you'll see that I ended up right here, 78 and 84 was 9 whole games above relegation. Those 9 whole games, despite the fact that I was -2 on the Pythagorean, I was as bad as -6 on the Pythagorean when I started yesterday's action. So I managed to shave 4 games off of the Pythagorean because of what the Pythagorean is nothing more than a function of your run differential and your won lost record. Those are the only two factors that I'm aware of that go into your Pythagorean calculation. So my -8 run differential should be maybe a little bit higher than a -2. It should be more like even. I think if the closer I get to even here on the run differential, then the closer the Pythagorean gets to even. So if I could have ostensibly ended up 81 and 81, and that would have been 0 there, 0 here probably, or somewhere thereabouts, I'm guessing. But anyway, 78 and 84 was not a bad way to finish up. And if we take a look at the overall record on this team, take a look way back here, starting with the year 2024, okay? And the season that just completed was 2055. So that is 31 seasons after after this one gold season up here, okay? After this one gold season, before I got into Diamond the first time. That's 31 seasons. And out of those 31 seasons, only 2 of them were non-Diamond. This one back here, when I got promptly relegated back to gold from Diamond, because this was very, very early on in OOTP23. There was not even a perfect league ready to be formed yet. So Diamond at the time only consisted of 10 leagues instead of the, 40 leagues that it is now? There were only 10 leagues there. And there were no outlets for the people that were so loaded and ready for Perfect League to get ready to go, that I did not feel ashamed in getting relegated after a season that early in Diamond, that before Perfect League became a thing. So there I was, stuck and having to go back to gold for one season. But take a look at all that happened in the transpired after that, from the year 2026 all the way down here to 2050. Okay, that was over the course of 24 seasons. I had 24 seasons, or 23 seasons, I should say, in a row in Diamond. 23 seasons in a row in Diamond. Then I got sent back to gold. And since then, I've stayed in Diamond again. So starting tomorrow morning, it'll be my 30th Diamond season overall out of the last 32 seasons. 32 seasons amounts to over half a year. It takes 26 seasons or 26 weeks to make up half of a calendar year, as opposed to the OOTP years. That you know how the time calculation equates out. But I can't be ashamed of being able to stay in the second highest tier of competition in the entire game for this long and this consistently. So I'm pretty proud of that little string, and hoping that we're going to be able to keep it up, despite the fact I ended up 6 games under 500. If you look at my league, we did not do so badly to end up there, but look at how strong this league was that I was in. And in particular, my division. Okay, there's my next drop coming in. That should be drop number 4. Let's see now, we are looking back here. My division consisted of the country clubbers that belong to D. Horner MB, and these guys are 2-time Diamond winners. They have been to Perfect League 2 different times. Right behind them, the Budapest Red Devils, also 2-time Diamond winners. Right behind them, the Rockland Racers, another 2-time Diamond winner. That left me and these North Dana Doubledays as the only non-Diamond winners in this division of death. There were 6 Diamond trophies amongst those 3 teams. So I was solidly expecting to end up relegated. And I did not end up relegated. And I don't know how except for maybe a couple of factors. One of them was the addition of Luke Appling. Once I got the Platinum 2 missions done, I was able to add Luke Appling and get Cal Ripken totally the hell out of the picture. I made some other replacements that for underperforming cards, and they seem to help stem the tide back into my favor. One of the things I did was I got rid of an underperforming outfielder, and I can't remember now even who that was. But I put Frank Robinson in, even though he ended up underperforming himself. He helped, I think, bring up the defensive end of things a little better than the predecessor. So I left him in there despite the fact that his batting just sucked out loud. Frank Robinson was moved in. I'll probably, for this next season, replace him with yet another one of my option cards for the outfield. It'll probably take some shuffling around of outfield slots. I'm not so sure about Joe DiMaggio either. Oh, it was Mickey Mantle that I took out because he was horrible. He was absolutely horrible this past season. So I couldn't get him out of there fast enough. That's why I brought in Frank Robinson to replace him. And even though the batting part didn't improve any, the defense seemed to pick up a bit. So anyway, let's see here. What are we looking at in terms of the team makeup? Because I think we had 3 different pitchers end up on cold streaks and 3 different pitchers end up on hot streaks. So that was a nice little mix of results there. But Carl Hubble went 8-12. Okay, and let's see here. The only positive starting pitcher was Kid Nichols, who didn't really get that many starts in. He got 21 starts in, but only got to account for 7 of those decisions. For every 3 games that he started pitching in, only one of them counted for a decision. So kind of silly there, but look at the ERA. He only ended up with a 2.63 ERA. I was looking at his pitch count while I was trying to explain ERA. But the 2.63 ERA was easily the starting rotation's best. Now, we take a look over here in my relief corps, and things didn't look too bad over here. I mean, like only one of my later relievers had an ERA over 4. I had a couple or 3 longer relievers that had ERAs approaching 5, but they never crossed over the 5 mark. Like Jerry Royce down here did, hitting 28 starts. He went 2-10. Eesh. So the reason that his pitch count was only set for 65 is because his stamina is so much lower compared to the other starters. His stamina is 91. Koufax is 100. Red Ames is 101. Hubble is 106. And Kid Nichols is, he is 110 on his stam. So that's how the pitching looked for my boys. Let's look at the lineups and see what happened here. Yeah, I don't have any splits up. I don't want splits up. But Mickey Cochran led the team with a .321 overall batting average. And then right behind him was Paul Molitor, 306. But here was one of the nice things. Paul Molitor had only 7 home runs on the entire season. 3 of them happened in one game. There was one game when his bat really heated up. And he had a triple dinger that game. So almost half of his home runs happened in one game alone. OC at 303 didn't do too bad. Pop Lloyd at 299 did very well for himself. Nap Lajoie, 280. King Kelly at 275. Appling at 269. If I take a look at the versus right-handed batting splits, look where Appling ended up. He batted .319 against righties, even though he himself is a righty. See, I had a little righty-lefty platoon going on between him and, let's see here, between him and Pop Lloyd, because Pop Lloyd is a lefty. So here's the crazy thing. Both of those shortstops defied explanation. Against righties, Appling batted .319. Pop Lloyd against righties, .302. Not that much worse. But now take a look at the splits against lefties. Take a look at that. Pop Lloyd against lefties, even though he's a lefty himself, and he's splitty as all hell. He batted .297 against lefties. And if you look down here at Appling, he didn't do nearly so well, even though he's a righty. Against lefties, he only batted .210. So those two shortstop batting order or batting positions defied all conventional logic. I mean, like, there was no way that a right-handed batter should do that poorly against the left-handed pitcher, unless the left-handed pitchers are reverse splitty. Possibly. But anyway, I found those results to be very, very interesting. That I'm going to leave them like this for now, but if the next season in Diamond turns out to be any different and they go back to a more conventional type result, then we'll see what goes on. Hey there, Jay Silviera, good to see you. The kid from Hamilton, Ohio is in the chat. So yes, so I got another sim coming in. There's not really much for me going on in these sims. It's the postseason. We will take a look at the postseason here, but Lou Gehrig did not have the best of seasons. Joe DiMaggio did not have the best of seasons, but I survived. I survived to fight in Diamond for another day, so I will be happily starting in the same level of competition that I've been in for 30 of the past 232 seasons. And that's well over half a year, like about a month past half a year that I will have been in Diamond. Okay, so without bragging too much, let's jump out and we will see how I'm doing in that number 40 tournament, because I think I'm in a final. And this is with my recently retooled bronze tournament team lineup. And I don't have to worry about jumping out of here really quickly to go to the kitchen, because we're having leftovers. Leftovers from Saturday night. I did, or no, not Saturday night, Friday night. Ooh, look at, I am one game away from a 10-pack win. I am playing the Indianapolis Racers that belong to MG30. I want to show you something. You're going to find this interesting if you play bronze tournaments. Any one of these MG teams, dangerous AF. I'm here to warn you right now. You run into an MG team, regardless of what the number is behind that MG, they're dangerous. Let's look at the universe and we will discuss this in perhaps a little bit more depth. And you'll see the meaning for my concern when it comes to the MG name. And it's not all on one screen. There are so many teams that begin with the manager name MG, it there again defies explanation otherwise. Okay? Take a look on page number 2. I got 5 pages of teams with MG in them somewhere. Take a look down here, starting with page number 2. Come on, let's go. Take a look here. MG1 through MG22. You see how many teams are there? Look at the wins. It doesn't look like they've been playing very, very long, because the teams themselves are in Iron or Rookie or Stone or somewhere really far back in development. Take a look at the next screen. Look at those MGs. And look at the tournament wins. There are so many of them. Some of them still in the entry pool, for crying out loud. How many copies of OOTP are represented here with all of these MG teams? I have no idea. I have no idea at all who MG belongs to, whether it's one individual, perhaps a consortium, or a group of accounts. But this right here amazed me when I found it, that there are this many MG numbered teams. that are kind of grouped together, and I run into them all the time in bronze tournaments. One or the other of any of this large group of MG teams, I run into them often enough to make me think, oh gosh, not another one. But yes, another one. So that's one of the reasons that I am tended to follow. If I wish I knew the ownership chain that goes on here, but I think there's more than one physical individual at work here. That in order to manage that much tournament action, you almost have to have multiple people managing it. If you don't have multiple people managing it, that one person would be going crazy. If it was me, I'd be going crazy. So I think, yeah, Asheville Boomstick says it, at least 12 licenses. Okay? Isn't that, it's an amazing, amazing appearance in the managers and rankings part of the universe. I mean, like, I saw this stuff, and the first time I saw it, my jaw hit the floor, and I'm going, what the absolute, or should I say, what in the absolute did I just see? So anyway, that's what we got, is all of those teams grouped together, and you can see the number of tournament wins that we're looking at. Some of them seem to be a little bit more accomplished, like this bronze. Okay, that's not even in the MGs. That's another team. But if we start here with the Fountain Hills 23ers, they're one of the teams that I run into perhaps the most often in bronze tournaments. There's another Fountain Hills 23ers, okay? And they've got double-digit wins. Let's see, are there some more Fountain Hills 23ers? Yes, there are. MG3 is that way, okay? Quite a bit, okay? So they have 20 tournament wins to their credit. So it takes a while to figure out which Fountain Hills 23ers team is which. But yeah, it's really, really a crazy, crazy thing. And look at the records on these teams. The Desert Southwesterners with a 738 winning percentage. Come on now, okay? So it makes me believe that whoever's running these teams know totally what the hell they're doing. But anyway, that's enough of this. So here I am. I'm only one game away, and it looks like I might be ready to get another sim to come in, because I'm up 3 games to 2, and it is simulating right now. I'm going to hang around here. We're not opening any packs today. No packs are getting opened up today. We're saving what we got for Wednesday's draw. So all we're doing today is postseason post-mortems, playoff pushes, which I have 2 yet to show you. And if we get time to do some historical stuff, we'll do the historical stuff. But we're definitely doing the 25,000 perfect point giveaway today. Okay. Yep. Nothing really new in chat. So maybe I'm hoping everybody had a good Happy New Year celebration overnight. Hey, I won! Let's go! Yes, 10 packs more. We'll take it. Thank you. And this is my new lineup that has a fairly sizable number of Plat 4 bronzes playing on it. One of them, Wilson Alvarez. Okay. Another one, Steve Traxel. Another one, Randy Schote. And then another one, Mike Gonzalez. Another one, Greg Harris. That's all I'm going to show you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Plat 4s in this little grouping of 9. Okay. That you see on the screen here. And I've got more than just those. I've got more Plat 4s in my overall team makeup, which will remain proprietary, shall we say. And if you ever end up in a tournament with me, then you can take all the ganders that you wish at my lineup and do whatever you wish to do with it. Okay? But I won this one, but I got lucky and knocked out this MG team, the Indianapolis Racers. Ho, ho, ho. So, yeah. So we are done, I think, looking at these guys, but I still need to spam another ace of bronze because I just won one. We just had one complete. So I've got to get into another one. Let's get into another one, and then we'll go take a look. Ace of bronze, there we go. We are ready to go take a look at team number 2, my Wildcats that are down in iron, and I think we'll be able to see perhaps some team-changing news when we go to check these guys out. Because they were one game away from earning promotion back up to bronze. They're currently in iron. They were one game away from earning a return trip to bronze, being on the bronze and iron trampoline. Bounce up, then come back to earth, and bounce up and come back to earth. Got an iron best of 5 I need to spam. Let's do that. Now let's see how we ended up with these Wildcats. And look at the packs they picked up since yesterday. They didn't do too badly in the pack category. But they're being saved for Wednesday. Okay. Yep. We're looking good. I think we have earned promotion back up to bronze. Let's look at the playoff tree here, shall we? I started out as a wild card. I was 7 games in back of the division winner, but it looks like I may be going a little farther, but we'll find out. Back here in the division series, where am I at? Here I am, right here. I took, the people that won my division, the team that won my division, the Augusta Commodores. I took them out in the division series, 3 games to 1 in the best of 5. I won the opener 12-2. Then I won game 2 by a score of 8-4. They took game 3, 4-3 by 1 run. Nice little exciting ball game there. But then I came back and walloped them 9-4 in game 4 to move on to the league championship series. And I think that's where I'm at right now. And I am leading the league championship series 2-0. If I look at the tree, it becomes a little bit more apparent. There we go. And we are ready for our next ad break. So let's go ahead and take ad break number 2, and we'll come back and take a little bit further look at my Wildcats. Then we'll jump over to team number 3, my Juggernauts, and see what they are up to or down to, depending on their results, because they're in the postseason push of their own. Let's go ahead and take ad break number 2 and wait for this word from our sponsors. Please stay tuned. Okay, gang, we have returned, and we have us a brand new follower, Heath DG. Thank you for following on the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. You should be follower number 824 or 825. I've lost count. So let's go ahead and get this most recent sim in on this postseason action. I think I might be on a travel day, which means we're traveling to the other stadium. And yes, we are. That game is taking place today. I'm going up against their Schilling that isn't having the best of postseasons at 10-3-8. Who am I putting up as my pitcher? I am putting up El Cid, 289, 17-12 record. Okay, that's kind of tasty. I like that matchup. I think I may be going up 3-0 based on paper alone. Because their Schilling doesn't look nearly as promising as my El Cid. So we're hoping to see some good stuff out of that. And that's what we are going to leave this outfit with and let them go on their merry little way, because they have already earned promotion back up to bronze. So that be my Finneytown Wildcats. Let's get out of here. Do I get to spam another tournament? Yes, I do. I do get to spam another Iron Best of 5. Let's do that. And then we can jump out and make it to team number 3, my Juggernauts, and see what they are doing with their postseason. Oh, okay, I got some Ace of Iron I need to spam. I got another pack I can buy. Ace of Iron, there we are. Okay. Okay, now let me take a quick look. Okay, I can buy another pack and get up to 8. So I'm hoping to see some promotion here, because the last time I looked at these guys before the stream started, they were also like the other team we just took a look at. After I looked at the Wildcats, then I looked at the Juggernauts, and they were also 1 game away from earning promotion. And look at, they have earned that promotion up to silver. So starting tomorrow morning, these Juggernauts will be in silver. They will not be in bronze anymore. They will be moving up 2, just like their brethren, the Wildcats. So we got 2 promotions in line here. So let's see what's going on. Okay, I should be now up to 8 packs. Let's see what the postseason be looking like. We are in another League Championship Series, and we're leading this one 2-0. The Olean Huskies. Okay, let's look at the playoff tree. Because, okay, over here, these Juggernauts won their division, and they were one of the top 2 seeds. So they didn't. They weren't one of the top 2 seeds. They had to be the number 3 seed. They had to be the number 3 seed because they started in the wild card round. And then they made it here to the division series. Once they won that one 3-0 over the Buffalo Braves, then they got to go on to the League Championship Series, and we're playing the Olean Huskies, also representing the wild card on their part of this side of the table. So there's going to be a wild card team in the finals of this particular league, because they're wild cards, and then this was a wild card round team, even though we were division winners. So you might as well say, yeah, this is a wild card here, because we had to start in the wild card round as the number 3 seed amongst all the division winners in our conference. So there's going to be a wild card winner make it to the World Series. Sterling Pounders, they must have been one of the top seeds. The Tatooine Space Rangers, okay, they made it out of the wild card round, like the Shelbyvillians. So it's the Arizona Bong Hitters. There's a cool name for you. The Arizona Bong Hitters, who are leading another division champ. So yeah, here we have the top 2 seeds in the conference fighting against each other to see who's going to make it to the World Series. So 2 division winners, 2 wild cards, They're going to be fighting it out. But all 4 of these teams that are still remaining have earned promotion to silver. So we will be seeing the Juggernauts in silver come tomorrow morning. And I'm really pleased to see that. So let's get out of here. Because what I want to do, got to figure this out for a second. Okay, I don't have enough entrance in this other tournament up here. I can't spam this anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the Juggernauts just like this. And I will come back to team number 1 because that's where I like to do my historical simulation of the 1927 Yankees. Now, the Yankees of 1927 have a potential to have 2 starring roles today. Not only in the new historical game over here, but also in the historical exhibition, because they were the last team to win a simulated World Series. The 1927 New York Yankees knocked off my 1976 Cincinnati Reds in, 7 games last week? A week ago today, they finally knocked the 76 Reds out of the Sunday happenings, if you will. And they will be the defending champ if we get a chance to come back and do an historical simulation. We'll wait and see how that plays out, because the jury is still out as far as to whether or not I'm going to be able to go a full 2 hours. Do I have the stamina to make it? I guess we'll find out. Okay, I got another ace of bronze I need to spam, so let's do that. And nope, I got to wait until some more fill up. Okay. Okay, maybe take a look at doing that now. Crazy. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's do the historical game, and we will play a season pretending that we are the 1927 New York Yankees. Play through a season and try to win ourselves a pack in the meantime, because that's time for doing the pack challenge, the historical challenge. Okay, all this stuff stays put from previous attempts, so we leave that be and move on. I like that little chipmunk sound that they managed to insert in this track. That card, yeah. It has to import some data. Okay, bottom check mark there takes care of both of them. And we move on a couple more screens, and there we are. I'm going to use, this is the first time I will have a chance to note the new year with my own little fingers. 20230101. And the time is about 3:54 p.m. 3:54 p.m. And we will we will do an auto save of once a virtual month. And my manager's name is a tribute to my favorite Reds manager. That's Sparky Anderson's daddy, old Sparky. Timbuktu saying, how lovely this new year starts. You won the daily perfecto sunrise. Good for you. Congrats, Timbuktu. I hope you can get some more. It'd be great if you could. It could be absolutely great if you could. Okay, we choose the Yankees. We already got the year and the era. So we choose the team. Got to import some more data. Then I will configure the continue button that will allow me to get through this as quickly as I can get through it. We've only got about an hour left in today's stream. If I make it that long, it's like I said, I don't have to rush to the kitchen. It's all reheated leftovers in the microwave. And that dish that I'm doing is, or that I did, that we're having leftovers on, egg roll in a bowl. And what I'm going to do before I come back here, I'm going to jump in to OBS and I'm going to put something in the chat. So if anybody ever wants to join my Discord, there's the link to my Discord server, and you can go check out my food channel and look at the recipes there. My egg roll in a bowl, as well as the yum yum sauce. They're both keto friendly. So if you're on a keto type diet, it will help out your weight loss. I practically guarantee it, unless you eat the entire pan by yourself, in which case all bets are off. My wife and I, we take it makes up what they call 6 servings, but we only get 4 servings out of it. We take 1/4 of the skillet that makes up the egg roll in a bowl. We each have a meal out of that. Then we have each have a meal out of the leftovers. But here I uncheck all these things, uncheck them all. And and then down here I choose from this drop down, I make it 1 week. So it says 1 week on the 2 drop downs. And we are going to say okay here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to take a break for just a moment. So once I hit the continue button here, okay, I'm going back to OBS. We're going to take a quick break and I shall return. No ads this time, but I will be right back. Okay, gang, we are back. Let me put my ears in. We have about 14 minutes until our next ad break. So we hope to have our pack earned and in the fold by the time we are done here. So we now are at the point where we can start simulating. Okay, there's my first achievements. No pack. Keep going. Another achievement next week. Yankees are kind of taking it on the chin. Okay, Babe Ruth was batter of the month. Okay, another achievement, but still no pack. And nothing happened that week. Okay, that looks good. Keep going. Nothing that week. Weeks happen very fast. And this is the entirety of Major League Baseball. Playing a week's worth. I have to click through all this stuff that appears in the middle of the screen. There's my pack. I earned it. We are good. And it's a standard pack. So not too bad there. Alrighty. Keep going. I've already earned the pack, so I really could care less if the Yankees win or not. Okay, nothing that week. But we're already into July. Wow, the Yankees are really falling down here. Way down. Are they going to be able to make it up? I have a feeling this late in the season, they're already into August now. They've only got 2 complete months, all of August, all of September, and a little teensy bit of October before they are done with their season. And look at that, double digits out of the league lead. Not looking too good for these Yankees. Eesh. But I don't care. I got my pack. There's Babe Ruth's 400th home run. That happens every time you play the 1927 Yankees and do a season with them. Okay. We are now into September. One more full month to go. Nothing that week, so let's keep going. Oh yeah, the Yankees are too far out of it. No way in hell they're going to win the league. Oh, look at 15, 14 games out. Yeah, they'll be eliminated very, very soon. If not already, they're eliminated, yeah. But I have my pack. It's the Senators. That's the first time I think I can ever remember seeing them win. Babe Ruth was the home run champ in the simulated season. So the crosstown rivals of the Yankees, the New York Giants, took the World Series off the Senators 4-1. Okay, so we got all of that done. We will do a fast forward at this point to December the 4th. And forget the continue button because I'm done with it. Once the season is done and after the World Series is done, then that's all she wrote. And I don't have to be concerned about anything else because I have my pack that I came in here to get. Okay, so we got some nice postseason awards. MVP, great bat, great glove. I did not get Manager of the Year, which is kind of rare for my mouse clicking expertise. All right, so we get out of here. And that should just about do it for there. Let me see here. I do want to take a look back at, I'm trying to think now, where do I want to go? Do I want to go to 2 or do I want to go to 3? because they were both ahead in their league championship series 2-0. And they should have had at least one sim, if not two sims, in since I last looked at them. Well, what the heck? Let's look at both of them. Oh, come on. Okay. Alrighty, we're looking good here as far as spamming goes. Okay, let's see some nice numbers on these Wildcats. I'd like to see them get into a World Series. Right now, my Juggernauts are the only one of my three teams that have won a World Series, and they've won 2 of them. I believe they got one in bronze, and they got another one in stone, if I remember right. Can't really remember all the details, but oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. What do we got here in the postseason coverage and in the playoff tree? I'm ahead 2-1 now. Okay, it was 2-0. We did have a travel day to get over to Delco, the Delco PBRs, and that PBR, I do believe, is a direct reference to some people's favorite brew, and that would be Pabst Blue Ribbon. PBR is well known in beer circles as nothing more than PBR. And I'll give you another piece of really useless trivia. I like to give pieces of that stuff every now and then. I still have in my possession a bowling shirt because a bowling team that I was part of back in my school teaching days, back between 1975 and 1985. Those were the years in which I taught school, in public school. But I was on a team in a bowling league that was sponsored by a drive-through beer joint. Okay, like a beer and shall we say spirits drive-through. Okay, and they got the idea from their distributor who distributed Pabst Blue Ribbon. Pabst Blue Ribbon came in and said, "Oh, you got a bowling team?" See, because the owner of their drive-through was also on the team, and he got Pabst to spring for the cost of our shirts, and I still have a Pabst Blue Ribbon with a picture of the logo on the back of the shirt. They were our team sponsor. They bought our shirts, so we were walking, talking advertisements for PBR. But I still have my old bowling shirt down in my archives, otherwise known as my messy basement. There are several pieces of trivia that I kept from my past. I kept my high school band jacket I still have. I kept my college band jacket. I kept my bowling shirt. And the fourth piece of stuff that I saved was a basketball jersey that I bought with my real last name on the back. But that number on that basketball jersey was 14 in honor of Pete Rose. Okay. The fifth thing that I have down there on the same row of hangers is a picture of the front page of the Cincinnati Enquirer, for whom I worked at the time. They gave employees a free t-shirt of the front page of the paper after the Reds finished the 1990 sweep of the Oakland Athletics in that World Series, which was really, really cool. Jose Rijo coming off the mound. The picture of him is about half of the whole front page. He's got the top center of the front page of the paper, and so the headline or the banner head is up at the top. It says it looks just like a front page of a paper, the Cincinnati Enquirer. And so that's one of my favorite pieces of sports memorabilia that I still have, is my practically pristine from 32 years ago, 32 and a half years ago, let's say, when the Reds last won a World Series back in 1990. And that was the first year that I lived in this area. And wouldn't you know it, they won a World Series and they haven't won anything since. So anyway, I still have those 5 pieces of memorabilia in my basement. So I'm still tickled to have those. I've got another one of those T-shirts that had front pages of the Enquirer on them here in my little side closet over here in the man cave, but it's not nearly as in good a shape as the Jose Rijo shot. It's still showing in pretty good detail and good color still remaining on the shirt. I think I only wore it once, washed it once, and then after that it went on a hanger and it's been in storage ever since. But my Wildcats are still leading their conference series 2-1. Let's go take a look at the Juggernauts and see what they are up to or down to, because I think I can, once I get to this team number 3 here, I should be able to do another Ace of Iron. Okay. Yep. Twan LX 2000, probably the most unanticipated sweep. Same here. Because the Oakland A's were a dominant team. They just ran into a really super hot buzzsaw, which was my 1990 Reds. Yes, Timbuktu. The first 10 years of my post-college time was spent as a public school teacher, and the type of stuff that I did, it involves a ballpoint pen. Sometimes it involved a pencil. Sometimes it involved another piece of equipment. But it was something that I would use to yes, I was a music teacher for 10 years. Then I got interested in computers, got into doing them, and transitioned from a 10-year teaching career to a 30-year information technology career. Because it was getting to the point where me, as a dad with a wife staying home to raise our 4 daughters, and this family of 6 was being kept afloat only barely by a single school teacher's salary, mine. It wasn't cutting the mustard. We were this close to food stamps, which is a sad state of affairs, that you cannot support a family, even a family of 6, with a single school teacher's salary. So I had to transition for economic purposes. I had to move to something a little more lucrative, and after that 10 years, I never really looked back, and I spent the next 30 years doing what I ended up doing until my retirement. That was an information technology career. The last 25 years of those 30 years were spent with the Cincinnati Enquirer newspaper as a member of their business side IT department. Okay, so we are ready for yet another ad break. Once I spam another Ace of Iron here with this outfit, because we have another spam. Oh, wait a minute. It's full. It's full. So I guess now we're going to go ahead and jump in. And while we are jumping in, we will take ad break number 3 of the day, and we will see you right after this word from our sponsors. Hang on. I see Twan LX2000 saying that he loved the Reds Pirates series from 1990. It was one heck of a year. It was one absolute heck of a year. I need to ask you folks, I've had 3 ad breaks and I've been watching my alternate Twitch account up here above me, and I have yet to see a single ad go through. Has anybody else been seeing ads during the ad break? If you could please give me some feedback in the channel, that would be most helpful. I'd appreciate it. Have you been seeing ads during my ad breaks? Because I haven't seen a single one. Oh, Twan LX didn't get one that time. Ooh. Oh, Dukeston saw ads. Okay, Cheese Truck got an ad, and someone else got no ads. That sounds to me like a Twitch problem. That sounds to me like a Twitch problem. I hope they're not trying to short people on ads and the ad revenue that goes along with them. Well, I'll tell you what I can try to do. Let me see. Okay, we have a sim coming in. I want to go up 3-1 instead of having it tied up 2-2. So let's see what we get. Nope, it's tied up 2-2. We only lost by a single run. But look at that, 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Yeesh, that did the job right there. I was spotted to a 2-1 lead until they came back and took it 5-2, then it became 5-4 after the top of the 8th. Okay. The Jugs need to get moving here if they want to win in another World Series. Because look it up here. They do have a Bronze World Series and they have a Stone World Series that they've won. They're my only 2 trophy-winning appearances by any of my 3 teams, including my main team, the Flames. They have not won a World Series at all. They've been in a couple of Diamond World Series, but did not carry through and get to go on to perfect, which is still a goal of mine, depending on several other factors. But I don't know if I'm going to make it this game cycle or not. I may have already blown my chances. But anyway, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here and see if I can spam another ace of iron at least before leaving, because I am fairly close to saying let's go ahead and call it quits a little early. I have not made any pre-arrangements with anybody about what time I was going to be done today, but for my own edification and my own purposes, because I am starting to feel a little bit of fatigue. And I don't want to fall asleep at the switch like I've been known to do on other occasions. We're not going to fall asleep on the switch. We are going to do this ace of iron right here. We've already earned 1 pack. I'm going to wait until tonight to go get my challenge packs on my other 2 teams, my 2 alts. I wanted to get the main one taken care of first because that was the first one I took care of in midweek. I'll wait until this evening to go after my challenge packs, because that will be the completion of a 72-hour window. Because remember, that challenge pack business that you get on this new historical game over here in the middle of the left side of the OTP start screen, on the PC anyway, new historical game, you can only get 1 pack every 72 hours. So I try to space myself out so that I go every single Sunday and get packs on my 3 teams, get a single pack on each one of my 3 teams, and then middle of the week, starting Wednesday evening through Thursday morning, I go after my 3 midweek challenge packs. And that gives me another 72-hour window on the other side to get to all 3 teams the following Sunday. So it's Sunday, midweek, Sunday, midweek, Sunday, midweek, with 72-hour gaps on either side of any of those appearances in the historical challenges. So I think what we're going to do let me log out of here because I'm not too confident about my World Series chances. Oops, hang on a second. Here we go. So I'm going back to the main team. And once I get back to the main team, we're going to start setting things up for our 25,000 Perfect Point giveaway. And we'll end up stopping our stream about half hour early today. That way I will have enough stamina to finish warming up the goods, because this old boy is going to go to bed early tonight. I am bushed. And that's even with about a 1 hour nap before the stream today. I can use some more rest because I wasn't used to sleeping in a strange bed. Even though, I'm very familiar with the household, I'm not that familiar with the bed because I don't spend too many nights there, like hardly any at all. One other time when I slept in at this location, I actually slept out on the couch in their family room. I was able to roll over and turn my head away from their. It's a 2-story family room at one end of it, and there's a bridge, an upstairs bridge that crosses the back part of it thereof. And I faced away from the big windows that they have in that family room. That would be at the extreme north end of the house. So I turned away from those windows so I would not be wakened by the sunlight, and I slept pretty good on the couch that particular night. But this last night that I spent there, I spent in a bed that would normally belong to my 3.5-year-old grandson, but he ended up in the same room on an air mattress with his 5th grade sister. He was on the air mattress. She was on her own double bed. So I got to sleep on his double bed, and my wife got to sleep on the 8-year-old grandson's bed in his room, and he slept on an air mattress downstairs. Our single daughter, the grandkids' favorite aunt, she got to spend the night on the couch this time. But that was that story. And then the other family from up north, they were all down in the basement. The 4th family of my kids, my oldest daughter and her husband and 2 kids, they ended up going back to their own house about 5 minutes away last night, and they watched the ball drop in the privacy of their own home. But we did get to spend our family Christmas together, and we got a group picture of everybody. But I can't wait to get my mitts on that camera so that I can put up a picture, very possibly in my Discord, and also possibly on my stream, so that I can share the photo with all you good folks that spend time with me here. But I think we're about ready to go jump into our giveaway, so let's get ready to do just that. Okay. Alrighty, here we are in my just chatting screen. Sonic does sound good. You got the same Sonic ad each time. Now you're hungry, split ends. Ha ha ha. I would dare say that sounds like a Twitch problem. I would almost certainly be a Twitch problem. But we are going to find out when I'm done here. I'll see how many ad minutes that I got credit for. But yeah, there's something going on the Twitch side that is possibly, though I can't really say for sure, possibly cutting into my ad revenue. And okay, Cheese Truck only got 1 ad in a previous ad break, okay, and the same Sonic ad for split ends, okay. Could be that Twitch was cutting back on ads for a reason. I don't know. Maybe they couldn't draw that many advertisers for this particular period. Who knows? But we'll find out. Okay, Heath DG says you've seen a few. No Sonic though. Okay. All right. I appreciate the feedback, everybody. Thank you. So I'm going to get ready to get this giveaway started, and I need to jump over to it, to the screen where I can control all of this. And there we go. Okay, now we're going to be starting the giveaway here very soon. And I need to give you the ground rules up front so that you know how to do it if you have not done it before. You use one command, and you have a choice of 2 different commands, but you only use one command once. It's either going to be !enter or !ticket. Do not put a number after the command. Stream Elements will try to tell you to use a number. Don't use a number. It will kick you out. Also, don't use both commands. That will kick you out. Don't use the same command more than once, or that will kick you out of the giveaway. !enter or !ticket. One or the other, not both, just one, and only do it once, and you're in the giveaway. Okay? So be ready. We are getting ready to start this bad boy. We're going to let it run for a couple of minutes. So be ready. Here we are. The winner of the giveaway will win 25,000 perfect points, courtesy of Out of the Park Developments. They very kindly have allowed me 25K per week on my stream, and I appreciate their generosity on this. Okay, here we go. Let's start that giveaway. Twan LX2000 is in there. He's a multiple winner. Split Ends is in there. Burner Guy's in there. Waddy. Dukeston. Mr. Ree. Uber Reese is another multiple winner. Asheville Boomstick. Cheese Truck. Timbuktu. JG Designs. Jason Cleghorn. Laptop Hound. Welcome in there, Lap. Good to see you. Recovered Newt. Brave Fan. Okay. We have 17 entries. And a little over 45 seconds into the first minute. Sean Saul, 10. Okay, we have 18 entries, but I have 119 people in the chat. There's a 20th entry from S. Royal B. Zen Lunatic is in there. Okay, looking good in the neighborhood. 50 seconds left. Only 20 entries out of 120 people in the chat. Cubs fan 23 Steve, who is my 4-time winner. He's the only one of my people in the channel who has won 4 times. Okay. Zero Cat 0. Hi there. Okay. 20 seconds left. You can follow the progress in the upper left-hand corner of the Twitch window. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The giveaway is closed. The giveaway is closed. Okay, let's go ahead and see who has won our giveaway. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. 22 people in the contest, and the winner is Cheese Truck 63. Congratulations to Cheese Truck. You have just won 25,000 perfect points, courtesy of Out of the Park Developments. Now, what I'll need to do, Cheese Truck, is I need to get back over into Twitch, and I'm going to send you a Twitch Whisper, and I'm going to ask you for your OOTP manager name. Okay? Okay? I'm going to send you a whisper, and I need for you to give me the OOTP manager name, the account that you sign in on, the way you do it in OOTP with the correct capitalization. And if you could please let me know. Okay, it's too late there, Eleanor. Sorry, we're already done. We're already done. Sorry, buddy. Okay, so, or ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't know if Eleanor's a he or a she. But anyway, okay, let's see here. Sending a Twitch Whisper to Cheese Truck. Oh my, if I could type right, I'd be absolutely... Okay, let me get to here. Ah, come on. Ah. Okay, now let's go backwards. Okay, let me come back to here and replace that bracket with the letter P. Okay. Okay, there we go, Cheese Truck. You should see down at the bottom of the Twitch screen a little purple area there with my name, my Gorgo 2005 in there, that I'm sending you a direct message. If you could please give me your account name, 99. Got it. Thank you so much. Now let me go into OOTP for a moment just to verify that name is in there as you. So please bear with me while I verify this, because OOTP insists that I pass them a valid manager name with the correct capitalization, and we will get that figured out. We will get that figured out. And thanks to everybody for entering today. But special congratulations to Cheese Truck. I'm glad to see a familiar person winning the giveaway. Not that unfamiliar people are not welcome. I've just had a longer standing relationship, I think, with Cheese Truck. Whoops, couldn't sync my cards. Yeah. Not this season just completed, but the season before that in Diamond, I had a team in my Diamond League that called itself the Thursday Night Card Sync Errors. A little playful poke at the game's habit of presenting card synchronization errors after a heavy demand period on Thursday nights. Okay, so bear with me a second. I'm going into the universe, managers and rankings, and let's see. Okay. $99, the Platinum Cheese Trucks. Oh, your theme team there, Cheese, okay? Your theme team is going to be getting your 25,000 perfect points. Okay? That's the way it's going to go. So thank you so much to everybody. All right? Thanks to everybody for spending time with the old fart today. And I'm going to take a moment and see if there's anybody else playing OOTP. And if they are, I'm going to set up a raid. Okay, bear with me a moment, please, while I go out to look in Twitch and see if there's anybody else playing this game besides little old me. Paul Sporer is still on. So we are going to raid Paul Sporer. Okay? We are going to raid Mr. Sporer. So let's get ready to do just that. Okay, let me get to my OBS. Yep, Cubs fan is right. All right, so we're going to set up the raid to Paul Sporer. And in the meantime, I will wish everybody a very happy new year. A great 1/1 of 23. And we thank you for spending time with Gorgo 2005, rounding third and heading for home. My little nod to the late, great Joe Nuxhall. So thanks for spending time with the old fart today. We will catch up with you later and have fun with Mr. Paul Sporer's stream. So thank you, everybody, one and all, for coming in and spending time with me today. Take care now. We will catch you later, and try to stay healthy and wealthy and wise. And I will try to do the same on my part. Okay? Take care now. Bye-bye.